Today, we want to talk about something so important in this class, and I want you to pay maximum attention to it because I won't take much of your time. But this class can make a difference in your communication with your clients and in you building a branding process for your customers, or you as a business owner, you are building your branding process. This might be something that you have been looking for. And what are those things? We call them the essentials. They are 9 in number and they are very important for a responsible branding process, irrespective of the size of the business or the nature of the business. As long as you want to build a brand, then you need these 9 essentials. You must understand them, and that's why they are categorized as the ideal. Now, what are they? Before we made mention of them, you have to know when and how you need them. If you want to launch a new business, or you are an entrepreneur that you are just starting up, or you want to launch a product or services, or you already exist as a business, but you want to merge with another business in order for you to reinforce your strengths or what have you. For whatever reason why you are in business, you need these 9 things. And the very first one among them is the vision. Now, before I say anything about the vision, if you're a brand designer or you're a graphic designer and you claim to be doing branding, then you have to help your clients to set their process of branding in line with these 9 things. That is, they must accomplish successfully these 9 things. It's very, very important because branding is not something that they award to you and you get it done now. Is a long-term thing. It's not something that start now, that end now. And that's the reason why when you just design for them, that's not the entirety of what we call branding. I hope you get this clear. Good. If you get this clear, let's go back to the very first one we made mention of, which is what? Vision. Now, why is vision so important when it comes to you building a successful branding process? Vision is important because if you are able to carve out a compelling vision, it's going to be the foundation and inspiration for your successful brand. So that's the reason why you don't need to write a vision that you only have to go back to the book before you remember it. Make your vision so simple and so articulating that it's going to be in the mind of your audience, that is your target audience. It's going to be in the mind of your workers, that is your employees. And also, when they wake you, you know what you stand for. That's the very first one when you are building a responsible branding process. What's the second one? The second one is creating a meaningful brand. To add meaning to your brand is one of the most complex things to achieve. When it comes to designing it, it's very, very complex. However, you can get it so easy and convenient to paddle if you can build it around these 3 things. And what are those 3 things? 1 is your brand name. 2 is your icon. And the third one is your slogan. You see, these 3 things, they can help you to build a meaningful brand if you work on them judiciously. And the third one is authenticity. This one, you don't need to prove it to anybody. However, a lot of businesses out there, they want to prove it to people that they are authentic. Nobody is asking you that. And I know this one is going to be arguable. However, I'm telling you what it is right now. Authenticity is not possible without an organization having clarity on its market positioning. If you are an organization and you don't have clarity about your market positioning, you don't know your value proposition, and you don't know your competitive difference, then creating an authentic brand is going to be a very difficult thing for you. However, this is like a default thing that is expected of every business to know. That's the reason why nobody is asking you to prove your authenticity. If you know your market positioning, you know your value proposition, and you know your competitive difference, you'll be able to call yourself who you are. And no matter how much noise your competitors want to make, and no matter what the difficulties might want to be in your journey, that thing that you call yourself is not going to change. If we are there, we know that that is what you are. If we are not there, we know that that is what you are. It's not something you need to prove to anybody. And that's the reason why I said that it's not something that anybody is asking you about. What they are asking you is this fourth thing that I want to make mention of. And that is what? Coherence. Coherence is what we can as well call consistency. And now I want you to get this aspect very clear. When I say consistency, it doesn't mean that you are uploading something every day. Like, for example, designers. Designers who claims to be a consistent designers, that is, they continue designing, they are putting themselves out there on a daily basis, just like some market people also who constantly create content for their audience to always what see them. That's not what we refer to as the consistency or the coherence that we made mention of here, which is what they want you to be. Am I making sense now? What do we mean by the coherence that we are talking about here? Whenever a customer experiences a brand, it must feel and consider it, feel it, that it is a familiar brand. What do I mean? That is, if your customer come to buy from you, that is your target audience, that your customer, they comes to buy from you, they must what? They must experience that familiarity. What you are telling them that you are, they must meet it like that. Not just meeting it like that, but should serve and what? Have effects that they desired. So if it serve and have the effect that they desired, that is how consistent you are. You are doing your content. Why doing your content? They get convinced about what you are saying. They're already familiar with it. So when they come to meet you, don't let it change. Let it meet that what? That desired that they want. So that is when you are consistent. It's not that I comes to patronize you today, you attend to me very well. Then when I come the next time, it is the other way around. Or when my friend patronize you, they experience very good thing, they refer me to you, and the other way around. You don't want that. That is the kind of consistency we are saying. So if you have that kind of a consistent, we say your brand is what? Coherence. That is what we need. So consistency does not need to be rigid or limits in order to feel like you are doing what? You are doing well. No, you don't need to be rigid about it. You just have to understand it, that you can do what? You can repeat it and deliver it in any form, in different ways. I hope that is clear. If it's not clear, let me know what is not clear in the comment section. And the next one is what? Differentiation. You must have something that differentiates you from your business category. So everybody in your business category, obviously, because you are building brand, they are also building brand. They are your competitors. It is something so wrong for your clients to tell you as a designer that they don't have competitors. When you ask about their competitors, obviously you are going to have competitors. So what differentiates you from that competitors? Not only those people in your immediate business category that are your competitors. A lot of people outside your business categories can also be a competitors with you when it comes to a point where you are both looking for loyalty of customers, attention of customers, and you want their money as well. Let me give you a very good instance. A coffee brand and a soda brand. They are not the same brand, isn't it? So both they both have to do with drinking, right? But obviously, soda industry is different from coffee industry. But you see, these two industry, they are competitive in terms of branding, in terms of looking for your attention, in terms of your loyalty, in terms of getting your money. And that's the reason why you always find their fridge next to the soda company fridge in a very big establishment. So goes to the hospital. When you get there, you're going to see the fridge of Coca-Cola, get the fridge of Pepsi, and you're also going to see what? A fridge of coffee. So you don't only compete. If you own Coca-Cola, you're not only competing with Pepsi or any other soda brand, you're also competing with a coffee brand. And that's the reason why you as a business, you must build a strong differentiating factor. And the next one is flexibility. You need to what? Be effective in your branding to the extent that your branding can survive flexibility when it happens. If you make a changes to your offering, you make a changes to your strategy, then whatever branding you are building should be flexible enough that it's not going to make changes in terms of the quality that your clients are getting when it comes to the good one. I hope this makes sense. Then the next one is building longevity. It's not just for you to do it for a while and stop. You want to do it for a long lasting year. That's when you die, it becomes a family business whereby Everybody can inherit because you have built a successful one. And the next one is what? Is value. You must build what? A valued brand. And lastly is commitment. You must commit to your brand. You must build it such that your customers will be committed to it and your employee would as well be committed to it. So if you can work on these nice essentials, then I can tell you that you already built a successful branding process. I hope you find this useful. If you do well to follow this page and share within your friends. It's going to be a good thing for us to be a designer that is good and offer good things to their clients other than good design. If the only thing that you are using as a designer to differentiate yourself from your competitors is a good design, then I can tell you categorically well that you're about to lose your job from being a designer. You need to offer more than just a good design for you to be one. People don't care anymore about a logo that look good because all they just want to have is something to represent them or to identify them in the market. So if AI creates any form of logo to them, they are good to go. Left for you to make noise among your colleague that it's not a good looking logo. Doesn't care. So that's why you as a designer, you need to offer more than just good looking design. Your yardstick for being a good designer should not just be that you can do a compelling and good looking design. You need to offer more than that. And if you want to do that, stick to this page because I'm going to be sharing a lot of things that you need to know about branding and designing, especially when it comes to working with clients. Until then, let's keep creating.